3, 2, 1.
I am going to die. But before I do, I'm going to tell you to go to greenmangaming.com and help support Headhunter Productions any way you can. Head down to the description. Dudes, this is it. This is the maiden voyage of the Outlaw Star. So this mission will take us over to the Mun. We will then circularize our orbit, at which point we will deploy the lander, which will land at the moon base located on the Mun's surface, at which point we will exchange handshakes and maybe a few drinks, maybe drive around in our Too Smart rover, and then we will we will leave, come back, rejoin with the ship, and then go home. So, first things first, we need a maneuver node. Maneuver node. Oh my god, I am that fucking perfect. I'm great, I know. Mun periaps 96,000 meters with a burn time of about 4 minutes, huh? Nah, that can't be right. If we activate all engines, we stand to bring burn time down to 50 seconds. Activating these 4 will bring the burn time down even more significantly. 47 seconds. Okay, not that significant. But for this first engine burn, we're gonna really let loose and see what she can do. Alright. Begin vessel turn maneuvers. Easy does it. Filled in, how we looking? Easy now. It's our maiden voyage. It's more of a shakedown cruise than a maiden voyage, but we're just gonna take her through her paces. We could potentially put a asteroid grabber on the front of that, actually. Figure out with the lab, convene with the lab boys, see if we can figure out a module like that. Then if we can mount like a lander on the side here, we could do a halfway point refueling mission at an asteroid. It would also need some refineries on board. And the storage tanks. Oh my god. It would be a absolute process, wouldn't it? That's good. Keep going. Keep the spin going. We're gonna want to close all the hatches. We're looking good here. Yeah, she's looking straight. Alright, coming up on the target now. I think. Christ, where is this stupid thing? We do, however, need to rotate the ship slowly. It's really not safe to just fucking gun it. Because as it stands right now, it's actually barely holding itself together. I'd actually like to spin it a little bit slower than this, but it's not falling apart. Maybe I'm underestimating the sheer strength of this particular craft. There's our destination over that way. From where I'm sitting, it looks like we're practically gonna shoot ourselves straight at this thing. Easy does her. Up. I think that's causing bend. We're trying to avoid bend. Alright. Easy does it. We gotta be precise with this. Because, I mean, well, it's our first voyage, and if it doesn't go well, that just sets the precedent for the rest of the ship's career, doesn't it? Be more interesting if it, like, decided to do all these ominous creaking noises as the ship spins. Like, oh, that'd be unsettling, wouldn't it? Alright. Go ahead and turn off those engines for right now. And so if we turn off those engines, our burn time increases significantly. Is that the air blast noise from TF2? It's the air blast noise from TF2. Alright. We're gonna want to transfer all crew into a seated position. Make sure everyone has their tray table up and their seat in the forward upright position. Everyone, including Mr. Kerman. Hey, what's up, Joffkey? The man, the myth, the legend, Joffkey. He's been to the mun. Alright. Activating time warp to engine activation. Practically are shooting ourselves right at this thing. "15 minutes. "11. 10 minutes. Alright. We're getting in close here. Hope the ship pulls out okay. 3 minutes. 2 minutes. 1 minute. Cutting time accelerator. Alright. This is where we stand. Okay. So, for this first engine burn, we are going to fire all engines. We're gonna really see what this thing is capable of when we put it through the ringer. And we're just gonna fucking gun it. Alright, 30 seconds to burn. Make sure everyone is in their seats, tray tables up, seats in the forward, and seat back in the forward upright position. 20 seconds to burn. Okay, here we go. All compartments are secure. Everything is tied down. Pilot is in the command seat. Jebediah is in secondary command seat. 10 seconds to burn. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire! Oh boy! Oh, she's flying! Oh, she's flying! Burn time 40 seconds. Stand by. Oh, man, that is glorious! Woohoo! No worried expressions on anyone's face. They are just pure confidence on board this vessel right now. Pure confidence. Burn time. 12 seconds to go. Stand by. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are off by 23.8 meters. Stand by for SAS-assisted maneuver. Stand by for high G turn. See this right here? This is a high G turn. It's turning like this, that might actually shear the ship in half. We are burning electricity as we are doing this. Stand by. Burn time is holding at 1 second. Firing. Burn time 0.1 seconds remaining. 2.2 meters per second required. Stand by for additional burn. Burning. Target velocity is within acceptable parameters. We're going to the mun! And we've used up a lot of the fuel already. Whew. Having fuel up here is good, though. It helps weigh the ship even a bit more evenly. All right. Check our course. We are en route for Mun Intercept. In 1 day, 2 hours, 47 minutes, we will commence the second burn at Mun Periaps. Reorienting. Initiating engine shutdown. Engine shutdown complete. We're drifting. Gently. Gently drifting. Through the night. We are in high altitude above the Kerbin system, which continues to fall further and further away from our grasp. Current coordinates are about here, as you can see. I was actually kind of worried about how this ship would handle intense time acceleration, but so far it's passing with flying colors. We're gonna observe some materials base and run a few experiments high over Kerbin. Technically, in Earth counterparts, we would be passing through the Van Allen radiation belts high over the planet. And according to this, the high radiation environment caused a few of the samples to glow. It looks more like it would be fun to paint the rocket with this. Keeping that experiment as well. We're also observing some mystery goo. Goo feels right at home here. Well, that's not disturbing at all. Temperature. Temperature of space appears to be quite impossible, as there is no matter around to be either hot or cold, except the spacecraft and the thermometer itself. This is probably going to give the R&D guys something to think about for a while. Keeping. Gravity data indicates subtle changes in the gravity field of Kerbin. Science team will want to see these readings. Alright, the seismic information machine isn't going to help us much here. Seismometer. Alright. Mr. Kerman, you're going to have to go outside, aren't you? Hello? Retract that solar panel just for somewhat easier access. Lord knows we don't want to break it. And let go. Easy now. Alright, let's see what we got here. Collect the data and restore the experiment. But you are a scientist, Mr. Kerman. We do have the lab on board. We can clean it. I suppose we could log seismic data for... Okay, why is it saying that Mr. Kerman is not a scientist? She's the only scientist on board! Grab. Board. Figure out what's going on here. Let's see here. Clean experiments. Here we go. Okay. Clean those out. All the rocks and stuff in there. Mystery goo containment. Oh, we can re-extend that panel. Open up these doors. This is mostly power. It's mostly power. There's a somewhat sizable power plant down here. We're looking good on SAS limitations. Except here, there's a small discrepancy in the fill of the module. Just transfer a small amount in from the main reservoir. And at that point, it is well within acceptable balance again. So, we'll just go ahead and maintain course all the way to the Mun, which we can't even see from the bridge. Okay, so, I was just in the luxurious, beautiful lander control module. Mr. Kerman is an engineer now. Jebediah is a scientist. Filden is still a pilot, but that begs the question, what is Jofke? He's an engineer. Wait, so Johnny's the new science officer? Well, this just means that Jebediah has to go down to the moon. We're collecting a ton of science data that we're gathering from the moon base. Oh, good lord. I was also checking in on the laboratory. Isn't it beautiful? It's mostly hatches, but there are some shelves in there. We can mostly see pretty well in there where Jofke's hanging out. Hello! Ah! It's beautiful. I love having that back-facing window, or that window that just sort of faces up. Kind of like it's a skylight, but that's actually how the ship is oriented. Which makes the lab a bit weird. The lab module that we have on board. It's a well-equipped ship for whatever it needs to do. I just worry about the fuel limitations. So somehow we are off course, and we are not getting a Mun intercept. If we add a maneuver here... Would we... Wait, what the fuck? Wait, are we getting an intercept or not? We need to burn another 2 seconds worth of fuel. Okay. Why not use this opportunity to try only using these skiffs. Activate engines. Prepare for second high G burn. Very high G. It's the engines are ungodly powerful. Okay. Then after this, everyone can settle in and we can get moving onward to the Mun. Okay, node in, T-minus 1 minute, 23 seconds, yada, yada, yada. Ugh. Look, just skip forward a bit. Okay, node in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Easy now. Ideally, what we should do is... Alright, it's not assisting in target burn anymore. Do we have intercept on this? Thank you. God damn. And if I get rid of the maneuver, what is our course? Mine periaps is 122,000. It's rather elliptical and weird. Alright. So if we do like a halfway burn, like ever so goddamn vaguely, can we move our periaps? I don't think so. Might have to go a little bit retrograde. Yeah, we do. Okay. So, we need an additional 1.1 meters per second at a burn time of 0.3 seconds at about halfway to the moon. And finally, with that, our Kerbals can settle in and start doing some goddamn work. Alright, boys, back inside your chairs. I redid those experiments that we did previously. But we're coming up on that midway maneuver. So we're gonna go ahead and transfer everyone back into the crew compartment so that we can perform that maneuver. T-minus 40 seconds to engine burn. We are going to use this engine this time, and hopefully we will have enough fuel to make it work. Alright. We have 2,100 meters per second of delta V remaining, which should be enough to circularize our orbit and then some. After that, our only concern will be leaving, and we will be carrying a much lighter ship than this because there's a high chance we will be ditching the liquid fuel fuselages for the descent stage. I haven't decided yet, oh, by the way, T-minus 15 seconds. I haven't decided yet if we're going to keep the command pod and the entire command module, because if there's enough fuel left in it, we can use it as a sort of return capsule. Okay, hang on. 6, 5, 4, 3, God damn it. 2, 1, 0. T plus. Perfect burn. Could not have gone better. Literally could not have gone better. Alright. Cutting maneuver node. Our next node will be a 14-second burn to circularize our orbit around the moon. Shutting down engines again. And transferring Johnny Kerman into the main lab. Because apparently Johnny is our newly appointed scientist. I think he's our self-declared scientist, which makes me very confused. Fuck, I don't know, man. I'm also not entirely sure we need these enormous radiators, but they look awesome, don't they? Good lord, they look great. I love them. Do we have anyone here? No, we don't. Okay. Crew reporting in from space. Keep that experiment. Mr. Kerman. No, crap. Mr. Kerman. She's going to, transfer over whatever science there is. Lights. We're kind of in the shadow of the goddamn ship here, aren't we? There it is. Take the data. And do a EVA report out here. Because Kerbin's getting small over there, and the moon is getting bigger. Down you go. Down with you. Yep. Alright, store all of that. Looks like we can also do another materials test via the materials bay. Observing. High radiation environment. Keeping. Observe this mystery goo. Alright. Keep the experiment. And now, mysteriously, we're going to observe another one and test this thing's transmission capabilities. Time of one data, 82 days. Jesus. Let's go ahead and transmit the data. Also, figure out which transmitter they're using. Could be the one. Yeah, it is. It is the one on the lander. We have one of those extendable ones up here. We go ahead and extend it right here. Maybe get HBO out here. Yes. Of course, now it just looks like a great big bundle of crap that we kind of assembled in orbit. Johnny, get the hell out there and fix all of the... What the... Oh, boy. What are you doing on the underside of the ship? Don't hit anything on your way over. Yes. Alright. Collect the data. And restore it. Now we'll clean the other ones. That's the one we transmitted. Stand by. Okay, so it doesn't like animations. The ship does not like animations. We're gonna go ahead and collect these. Restoring. Alright. Logging gravity data. Keeping. Collecting. Logging pressure data. Keep. Collect. And the seismic data. Seismic scan can't be done right now. God damn it. Alright, good. We're looking good here. Go ahead and close the bay and just make sure you don't get slammed into by the fucking doors. Alright. Grab on. Store everything. Whew. That's 11 experiments we have performed thus far. 11! Whoa. Our next bunch of experiments will be in high lunar orbit. At which point we will have even more. Good lord. We are now surpassing the moon's orbit in terms of distance from Kerbin. And that point will be coming up here in about 7 minutes, at which point we will be further away from Kerbin than the moon. In the meantime, it's time to do another round. Let's see what we got here. Open up on the materials bay, observing. Still talks about the high radiation environment. Keeping. Alright. Johnny, go ahead and suit up, get out there. I don't know why he spawns at the bottom. What happened to your shoes? How dirty is it on board? It can't be too dirty. Oh boy. I would have broken a panel, Johnny. Johnny! Collecting data, restoring module. Collect. Restore. Temperatures. Keeping. Taking. Logging gravity. Keep. Take. Alright. Now I just gotta hope we don't get hit by the moon. We are approaching the moon now. Periaps is 1 hour, 17 minutes away. Approaching fast, and we're going to have to dodge quite a bit of debris on our way in. And hopefully we have 0 encounters with any other pieces of debris during our stay above the moon. We are coming in slightly elliptical, I think? Fuck, is that elliptical? It might just be perfect. It may be perfect. I'm not entirely sure if we're coming at this at an angle. Mostly because I can't really tell. Unless that is the angle. Okay. That clearly has an elliptical orbit. The Mark III Munshot. And that's an old-ass ship. I'm surprised that's still up here. There's also an Explorer craft. I think that's actually crewed. There might be someone in there. Okay, so... activate base locator. The base is located in that crater. Which means we're gonna have to be careful while landing. Alright, we're coming up on our burn here. 1 minute, 18 seconds to burn time. Alright. Get everyone back in their chairs. This is going to be a high gravity maneuver. Initiating transfer. Alright. What the? Why did it say... Wait. Where is everybody? Ah, already in their chairs. Okay. We are looking over the moon right now. Prepare to activate all engines. Actually, we're going to try something a bit different. I'm trying to see if we can run this engine in multiple different configurations. T-minus 45 seconds to burn. Make sure all antennas are secure. I know they're not going to get sheared off by space, but just... We're following procedure with this new ship. It's a big ship, and it was expensive. And I would really rather not lose it. T-minus 30 seconds. CurbNet is offline. Run a scan. Oh, God damn it. Stable polar orbit, my ass. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. T-minus 16 seconds to burn. We are still go for insertion. We are go for lunar insertion. Standby. I think I just saw something twinkling down there. T-minus 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Keeping an eye on the fuel gauge. This thing is really flying. That's beautiful right there. We are testing multiple burn configurations here. Stand by. Shut down. Confirm orbit. Orbit confirmed. We have orbit. Can confirm orbit around the moon. Beautiful. It looks beautiful. Exactly what we wanted to see. We performed orbit relatively close to Stubb Crater. Just behind Darwin Ridge. We have the Sea of Contempt on radar. Heavily explored region over here. Moogie Hill. We got the Armstrong Arch, the Armstrong Ridge, the Munshot 15 landing site, and the Neil Armstrong Memorial. There's also the Equatorial Monolith and the Munshot 9 Memorial. A lot of polar debris. Do we have any probes in a polar orbit? Fuck it. Give me everything. Oh my god. Prepare for high G turn. Standing by. Whoa, ho, ho. Something for the scrapbook. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Ho ho. From this altitude, wait, hang on. Definitely saw something there. From this altitude, all the Easter eggs start to render. What the? That doesn't make any sense. Do we have any residual wobbling going on? Not that I can tell. Activate engine. That's as close as we'll get. Welcome to the moon, gentlemen. Alright, so, first things first, we're going to transfer Johnny and Mr. Kerman over to the lab. They're gonna run lunar orbital assessments. So let's go ahead and open up those doors. Observing. High over the moon. The mun. The mun. It's the mun. It's the mun. It's the mun. Mun. Goo feels right at home here. Keeping. Logging pressure data. Logging temperature. And the gravity data. Surveys for changes in the gravity field of the mun. Data will help accurately calculate the mass of the body. Keeping all of these experiments. Johnny will now go on an EVA. But the thing is, Johnny... Actually, no, Johnny doesn't have to go down. Which begs the question, why are we doing this? I don't know. Alright. Collecting data. Stand by for additional collection. Collecting. Restoring both experiments. Restoration complete. Data. Data. Please commit an EVA report. Experiment logged. Grabbing. Storing. It's 22 experiments that we'll have to send home somehow. And that's the thing, we are sending them home. Crew report. Look down at the cold gray surface. Looks really beat up by craters. I think we've done most of these experiments before. But now we're going to experiment with trying to pass by an enormous antenna. Well, he's not oriented properly. For some reason, he's oriented on the bottom of the vessel. Take that data. And don't break the main panel. Yes. Good. Storing. Board. Alright. The crew for the lander. Alright, boys. Here we go. Joffkey, you're in seat number 1. Don't let us down up there. Alright, good. Jebediah, you're seat number 2. Take care of the goddamn thing. Jobo. I think Jobo's our pilot. He is. He's seat number 3. Jobo, Jeb, and Joff. Mr. Kerman, please move to a window seat in case things get a bit messy upon undocking. Alright, Joffkey, perform EVA. Get ready to extract the tethers. Cut the lines. Mooring lines cut. Normally we'd be able to do that from inside, but nope. Activating undock procedures. That just made the ship a hell of a lot lighter. We just got a huge boost to meters per second. We're at 2,499. It's a heavy lander. It's not a lander, though. It's a ship. Enabling RCS. RCS tanks activated. Bringing us away. This is the part where they're looking, where Filden is looking out the window, wishing the goddamn thing fit 3 people. We have a bit of drift, compensating. Excellent. Alright, prepare for engine activation. Engines online. Nuclear engines good to go. Extend the legs. Leg extension complete. Extend the ladder. This is a new and improved ladder. Gorgeous. Commence landing procedures. Now we want to land in roughly the same crater. Let's see. Now normally I would absolutely love to land on my own, but we need to be pretty precise with this. To be specific, there. Just a short stone's throw away from the base. Alright, stand by. Just want to make sure we're not going to hit this thing. Looks good. Activate auto warp procedures. Warping to target. See you later. Oh. She looks beautiful flying away like that. Like, that's the mothership. And it's gorgeous. Adjusting. That'll get us quite some distance away from the mothership. Or maybe we'll just get closer to it. Oh, no, wait, never mind, there it goes. Whew. Stand by. We are over the crater now. It's not a heavy ship, which is good. Which means that these engines are gonna last us a good long time. Sometimes they've even lasted all the way home, which is astounding. It's just great to have the star shot flying again. This is a glorious day. The moon base hasn't even been visited in 30 years. Stand by. Let the RCS system compensate for the fact that we're carrying that rover. Extending Communitron 16, 1 and 2. Trying to get in touch with the moon base for landing guidance. Is that a shadow? It looks like a shadow. Fuel down to 3/4. Okay, good news. Not a shadow. Better news. That's our landing site. Roughly in that crater. Braking. Alright, watch on approach. We don't want to hit anybody. We got stuff down there. We are at least 2 kilometers above the surface. It's a surface base, and we are getting terrain scatter pieces coming into view now. We are falling at 195 meters per second and slowing. We got maybe a few minutes of flight time here. Whether or not we are going to be able to slow down in time is yet to be seen. Stand by. Might have to brace for impact here because we're getting in close. It just rendered something. Just rendered another thing. Multiple renders. Stand by. Moon base in sight. There it is. Coming in at 60 meters. Slow her down. Slow her down. We're also going to need to use these engines somewhat for the ascent phase of the mission. So the hardest part with the moon is trying to find a flat spot to land on. We get a lot of hills. Coming in, brace for touchdown speed. Terrain has started loading. We got a hill. We are coming down on a very bad hill. Probably enough to tip the damn rocket. Prepare SAS for emergency stability support. Enable. Stand by. She's sliding. I would describe what she is doing right now as sliding across the surface. Ugh. I don't like that. Maybe we can lock the suspension. No, we can't. Maybe do a quick hop? Over to there, maybe? Right next to the flag. Fuck it. Let's try doing a quick hop over there. Oh, crap. Ugh. Alright. Land at the target. Or at least make an attempt. I'm gonna assume you're trying to land. We are even further off target than we were before. In fact, this hill might be even worse. Actually, this is better. Stand by for landing. This is a slightly better landing angle. Ooh. Well, the good news is we're not sliding anymore. Not the most ideal landing, but we made it here. Decoupling, too smart. Crap. Hang on. There it goes. Ugh. Oh boy, antenna's about to snap here. Maybe not. Okay. Engage monopropellant drive. RCS enable. Activating. And spin. Other way. It's like, oh my god. What day is it? I'm awake. Just fucking gotta roll out of bed. Alright, so. Are they doing the, what is love? Initiate EVA, testing the new ladder. Oh my god, that works really well. Maybe we get some landing lights for this thing. Alright, we're at the foot of the ladder, which only goes down to the... pretty much the engine bells. We're gonna let go now. Been on the moon before. Jebediah was the first on the moon. Extending antenna. Beautiful. Two smarts ready to go. Go all the way over and say hi. That's a hell of a shadow that's being cast right there. Anyway, in the next video, we'll be, making our way downtown to that base right over there. And they got stuff there. Thanks for watching, everybody. And, you know what? Hang on. This is driving me fucking crazy. We need some sun. So we wait 3 days. Yeah, this is looking better.